Let's go.
Stay inspired.
Ooh, I like that.
What's up, everybody? This is Eric Combs, and this is the episode of Cigar Stems. We are Inspyard. This is my business partner,
Miss Annalise J.
and I'll be introducing you to a special guest. This is my main man, my guy. I know him roughly about 4 years. Mike, introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? This is Mike from Exclusive Cigars, from Exclusive Entertainment. Now, brick and mortar will be Northside Cigar Open Lounge.
There you go. So let me tell you why this episode is so exciting, y'all. So this man here introduced me to the cigar lifestyle. Still learning cigars, but man, this man showed me so much. And pretty soon, Inspyard is going to be opening up our own cigar lounge. But Mike is getting ready to open up his cigar lounge and making areas, so you guys look out for that. It's going to be something crazy, something new, exciting. Like, I can't wait. So Mike, please give me a background, dog. Give me a background on why a cigar lounge? Why not be a male stripper?
Oh, for one, I could have did that about 10 years ago, but
Right.
the beat kind of took over a little bit on the stomach. But anyway, that's a long story.
Right.
But nah, for real though, I have my background. I did a lot of promotion. I did a lot of entertainment. I did a lot of clubs. I done managed a lot of bars, and I'm just kind of tired of it. I want something more laid back. Plus, I want to bring something to the city that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be the first black-owned cigar bar in Macon. Not only that, I'll be the first cigar lounge here in Macon, Georgia. Not Atlanta, but Macon, Georgia. So, this is my pastime. So anything you do in life, you want to do it where it's something that you like doing. That way, it will never be work to you.
Right.
So I don't want to never feel like I'm just working. I want to be able to have fun, enjoy the atmosphere, and just do what I do. You dig?
So how did the cigar part start? Because so there's a lot of people that's into cigars, right? But
Facts.
as far as owning an actual establishment, it's totally different.
Right.
You chose a road that is very, very difficult. Okay,
I mean,
in the business world, it's for a cigar. It's a lot of
It might be difficult for some people.
Right.
But like I said before, if it's something that you like doing, it ain't gonna be difficult.
right.
You know.
Because this is our first rodeo trying to get something started, and it is definitely a roller coaster.
Yes, it is. It is.
But we're a team, and we're gonna make it happen, man. But this is quite the experience, man. I was not expecting this.
Oh yeah, you going down.
But yeah, so do you have like a date as far as like opening?
We were aiming for January the 1st. Also, Annalise also been a partner of mine as well as Inspyard.
Right.
So we got pushed back a little bit, but it most definitely gonna be January.
Right.
So we looking forward towards that.
Right.
Roughly everything will be set in stone for as alcohol, everything, and then probably by February they have a whole line. We also have memberships. You don't want to miss the memberships, so we're gonna have some exclusive stuff for the membership. I can't tell you on the camera what it is, but I can tell you off the camera. So.
I'm getting VIP service, y'all. So.
That's right.
Facts.
So, you grew up in Macon?
Facts.
So
It's gonna be a silly podcast, man. They're my partner, you did. Yeah, I grew up in Macon, man,
I mean, so all right. So you're from Macon. Where you from?
From Warner Robins, GA. That is home for me. I'm a military brat, so my parents got stationed there back in the early 80s. So I've been in and out of Warner Robins all my life. So that's why I want to put Inspyard there, because I know that we don't have anything like that. And we never had anything like that in Warner Robins.
Right. So I'm just gonna light my cigar. But,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into this.
But so
tell me what you're smoking real quick.
all right. So I am smoking. This is one of my favorites. Might say I need to try something else. But I stick to what I like. So I am not a cigar connoisseur. I don't know a whole lot about cigars. So I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna get there.
We're gonna get you there.
But this is a tabac. So tabac is more of a, what would you call it, Mike? It's sweet, but it's more like a mild, or what would you call this?
It's more of a medium smoke.
Right.
I want to say the filler of it might be Nicaragua, the leaf, gonna be Maduro. They're gonna have like the one he's smoking gonna have kind of like a coffee mixed with like a mocha taste to it. But
Yeah, because tobaccos are actually fused.
yeah, they
in coffee.
infused
They infused with coffee.
cigars. A lot of people start out with flavored cigars, and then once they kind of increase, they'll go to more of a mild cigar and kind of get out of it. And we're going to train Eric to get out of them training pants.
Yeah, I'm still that training wheel. But see, I didn't start off on smoking sweet cigars. So I started off. I don't know what kind of cigar it was that I started off on. It was my cousin that gave me a cigar for the first time, and the rule was do not inhale.
That's right.
And I messed around and inhale, and that was the worst night ever.
That took your lungs out.
Yeah, I was laid out for a little while. But how did you get into cigars anyway?
So I really got into cigars because of a good friend of mine who is like the smoking connoisseur of Washington, D.C., Maryland area. Shout out to him. But he taught me about the different blends. And then, of course, I paired up with Mike. And ever since I paired up with Mike, I've pretty much learned about all the cigars that are out, especially our black-owned cigars. Today I'm smoking a tobacco as well. But I do like mild. I now like some Maduros. I like a darker cigar. Full bodies are pretty straight when I really want to relax. Mike's taught me a lot about how to smoke a cigar, when you should smoke a cigar, the levels. If you're going to smoke one every day, keep your limit at 2 to 3.
Right.
You start off light. You do something mild in the middle of the day. You really want to relax and go to bed. You do something like, I think yesterday I had a Liberated from ATL Cigars. Shout out to them. Definitely enjoyed it. It had me very relaxed, but it was a good smooth smoke. I had some Uncle Nearest to go with it.
And another thing to piggyback all that, ATL Cigars is an actual black founded company, black owned founded company.
That's right.
All right, and their distributor is Peter. He's pretty cool people.
Okay.
You ever had an ATL cigar that you haven't tried? You'll like it. Very smooth here, and the G8 got our own company going.
So for your cigar line, are you gonna have cigars to sell at your shop, or can anybody just bring whatever they want, like outside cigars?
Okay, so this is how we're gonna do mine. So my cigar shop is gonna be. It's gonna be a cigar shop and bar at the same time. I'm gonna open at 9 in the morning. I will serve you Cuban cigar down to Maxwell. Cuban coffee down to Maxwell coffee.
Okay.
Morning time, you come get your Danish, you pop your laptop over and use the Wi-Fi. You can work for here. You can close real estate deals here. Later on at night, by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna change it up to your happy hour. After happy hour, we'll go into a more relaxed feel. So I will be open from 9 to 10 during the week. Possibly 11 during the football season. On the weekend, we're open from 9 to probably about 12 or 1. Depending on the flow of traffic. I'm not going to carry your basic cigars. I will carry a lot of boutique style cigars.
Okay.
So with that being said, once you buy that cigar and you like it, come back and you buy more. Because once that boutique cigar is out of season, I will not get them back in.
So are you gonna do more? Are you gonna do like cigar classes, like teach people how to?
Yes, I will have cigar classes.
Okay.
I will have pairing, in which I will have Eric here on Wine Down Wednesday, pairing his wine with your cigar. Annalise will be behind the bar making you mix drinks, old fashions. We'll have a lot going on. We'll have a good time. We're gonna keep it kind of exclusive.
Right.
So we're gonna do a lot of advertisement, but we're not. It's gonna be word of mouth. We're gonna speak on its own. You will see for yourself. But for the most part, it will be an all-around social networking spot. I'm not gonna label it no club. It will be a cigar lounge.
So it's for
It's
everybody.
a business lounge.
So it's for everybody.
All right, and remember, after 7 o'clock, it's 25 and older. On the weekend, there will be a dress code enforced. Okay, so it would be known as a cigar bar, normally not a club.
That's right.
So while Mike is a cigar connoisseur, he's pretty much there because you know it all. Angie is working on getting to that point to be a cigar connoisseur. So she's learning real fast. So guys, if you got any questions, you guys both know about cigars. Me a little bit, but I'm more of the wine guy. So we've been doing wine shows too. So guys, check that out on YouTube. It's called Inspyard Wine Talk. So but I want to introduce them to a wine of the day. So this is the wine of the day, wine of the night. So tonight we are going to drink. This is not my first time with this bottle, but it might be the first time for them. So this is a Chateau Montelena. This is a 2016. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. This is Estates. So this is real deal. Price tag, please look it up depending on what area you're in. This is roughly maybe about $200 bottle. Most definitely $200 bottle. But I'm gonna let you guys try it.
All right, let's go for
So
it.
we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna give y'all some wine etiquette while we're doing this too as well, okay? Because all that good stuff.
Now, how you hold it? How you holding that glass when you hold that wine?
All right, so I don't know if this is a rule. All right, so I'm in a wine group, and they will listen, man. They will come at your neck if you don't know what you're talking about.
Holding the bottle
So,
like that.
well, no, you can hold the bottle. You can hold the bottle in certain positions. I just feel like there's a little nub thing under here on the bottle, so I feel like that's where your thumb go at. You hold the bottle. I've seen people hold it this way. Like it's all different ways to hold the bottle. Mike, I'm just try it too. Even though I know you want to drink it, Mike, just drink it anyway.
I am a partial wine connoisseur.
Okay.
In which he holding that glass wrong. I just messing with you. He doing his thing. But yeah, I want him to keep mine at room temperature.
All right. So some of these wines. So this kind of wine is not really what we like. What I like to call a ready wine.
Or ashtray.
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 So this right here is what I like to call this is not really a ready wine. So these kind of wines you do have to let it sit for about some preferably 5 years, some 10 years. That's what they say 15 years. I'm not waiting that long. But the more the age on the wine, the more mature it comes, the more true flavor you do get the wine, the more authenticity out of the wine. So guys, let's hold your glass for a second. Give y'all a little bit of wine etiquette. So, rule number one, both of y'all holding your wine glass wrong already. So this is why I'm doing this, guys. So anybody that's looking right now, pay attention. All right. So rule number one, you do not hold your glass. You do not put your palms on the glass.
Really?
Nope, that's wrong. Mike, that's wrong also. This is not. You're not drinking cognac.
I was just thinking that too. Like
It's not cognac. So the rule is you hold by the stem.
By the stem. Okay.
Or if you have big hands like Mike, you hold it like this.
Really?
Yes.
Or if you want to keep it at room temperature, you hold it
Palm
like
it.
this. You pump it.
It's already sitting in room temperature, but the reason why you don't want to hold it is because the warmth from your hand could ruin the wine. You do not get the true taste out of the wine itself.
Interesting.
So let me check for that. He says it's all natural. You did.
So
Bleep that
So
part out.
one, all right. So a couple things before you drink it, Angie. So one, after you pour the wine, okay, what you want to do is you want to tilt your wine outwards this way. Right, you got that? Mike, you need to hold like this. You're still holding the wine glass wrong. Come on, we gotta do it right.
Hold it by the stem.
Hold it by the stem. So the reason why you do it outwards that way, so that way you can see if there's anything in your wine, like as far as debris from the cork or just any type of dried up grapes in there from the from the
From
grapes
the
itself.
fermenting. Okay.
Correct. So that's one. So that's how you know you got to clean wine too as well. A couple rules about it is that another thing you want to do is give it a swirl. Now this is so it's pretty much like almost like an aerate your wine in a sense. So it brings the aromas out. You'll get the true flavors out your wine. But also there's 3 things you want to check on your wine before you drink it. So the next rule is going to be sniffing or smelling your wine. Now what you're smelling for is 3 things. So one, you don't want to smell like vinegar. Okay. 2, you don't want to smell like a cardboard box. And 3, if you smell like fingernail polish, you don't want to do that either. So if you get those 3 wines at any restaurant, you want to kindly ask your waiter.
Send it back.
So when they smell Stella, what they smell like?
That is.
Kool-Aid and sugar.
That's
A whole bunch of
It
sugar.
smells like soda pop.
Oh my goodness. Don't get him started on that because that is not real
No, we
wine.
don't get started, but I have
Stella
a
Black
big,
drinkers.
I have a big
Ugh.
following base on social media on all the platforms. Everybody knows how
That
I
is
feel.
not wine,
Everybody knows
ladies.
how I feel about Stella Rose. Now, unless Stella want to sponsor me, then Stella is the best thing in the world. But outside of that,
It's like great soda.
nah,
What?
it's not.
It's like the grape
I
wine, the
don't
Welsh
consider
grape
it.
juice.
I don't consider it wine. They call it wine in a sense, but me, I like mine. Alcohol content be pretty high. So this is probably. I think this was probably about 14.5%.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Good content.
Yeah, 14.1.
Good content.
So you only need a little bit of that, and you still be one.
Can you tell them, on the bougie side, why is it 14.5% and why not to get a 5% wine? Can you please elaborate on that, sir?
Well, I think it's really, I don't know, honestly, I think it's just more what you can handle. But for people that call themselves real wine drinkers, most of your wines are going to average somewhere between, I want to say 12 and 15% alcohol content. Okay, depending on the wine, the vineyard, the year, all that good stuff. Okay, the older the wine is, the more potent the alcohol is too as well.
Right.
Also, but you get the more authenticity of the wine itself. So you're getting the true flavor that you want out of the wine. There are wines that are really young. So like that said, they say you have to age these wines for a little
For
bit.
years, at least.
But
for
I don't have that kind of time.
5
I want
to
to
10.
drink it. I know it's against wine rules. Sorry, all my real connoisseurs out there, my sommeliers. But
Yeah. Also, with your wine content, with it being 14.5, 11.5, anything, as long as it's below or above 11.5, basically, you're getting the content of your wine. You're actually drinking everything that is involved in your wine. Anything that under 10% is pretty much sugar.
Yep.
You're drinking a lot of sugar.
Stella.
well, no, because all right. So to back up on that, so depending on type wines, there's wine that's lower in content, but there are still considered high-end wines. Like if you do something like Chardonnay, something like I want to say some Sauvignon Blancs in there, maybe a Melba, maybe it might be some Bordeaux wines in there as well. We're gonna get into all the classic wines later on, but comparing wine or alcohol or liquor or like cognac with cigars, who came up with that? How did that even come up? As far as like what to pair, what cigar with, what drink what alcohol far as.
Okay, so I'm going ahead and tell you now. It's your preference. It's what you like. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, no white wine really goes with a cigar.
Nope.
It's not
Dry.
happening.
Say it one more time.
No white wine.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna tell you why. So you can do a real good Stag Sleep Sauvignon Blanc with a cigar like this. I'm telling you.
Is the smoke still smooth?
Yeah.
Well, what you got to understand, Stag is gonna be probably almost 15% alcohol based.
Yeah. And white wine is a drier wine, right?
It's a drier wine. I'm not a wine connoisseur. I'll leave that to him.
No, not really. White wine is not really a dry wine. So normally the cabs and mailbox, stuff like that's more of the drier.
It's just basically the grapes.
Right.
You know, if I want a sweet wine, I'll go to a port.
I'm not doing no more port wine.
I like port.
Why you don't like port wine?
Because to me it tastes like cough syrup. Literally.
Some, not all.
Some of them, but not all.
Not
That's what I
all.
was gonna say. Not all of them.
If you ever have a chance to try the Dunn's port, that's a good wine. Also, you can try an ice wine. So can you tell them what an ice wine is?
I cannot because I don't know what ice wine is.
Okay, so what an ice ice wine, basically ice wine is a wine that is developed from frozen grapes. So
you know what? You're right, but I'm trying to think. There was a wine that I had that. All right, so I don't know if it's in the same category, but there are grapes that are frozen, but you get a small supply but the cost itself costs so much money to get this bottle. I cannot think what it is, but the cost is crazy because I don't know if they just do this maybe once a year and they make a few bottles this a year from frozen grapes. But it is.
It's a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
So
I cannot think of the name.
If you're in the store, you see an ice wine, grab it. Because it is a seasonal wine. Basically, it have a higher tint of alcohol in it because of when the grape freezes, all the sugar is like
Molecules and sugar.
right
Oh,
to the grape.
interesting.
So it hits you quicker than a normal wine.
Right.
Right, because everything's at the top.
Right.
So let me ask you this question, Mike, because we all getting ready to open up cigar lounges and do a lot of stuff that's going to be bring a lot of value to the end customers, and everybody's gonna be viewing and stuff. My question to you is, what kind of advice would you give that person that's trying to find a way, especially throughout the COVID situation? Because after COVID, a lot of people, there are a lot more small businesses open up right after COVID. Like, and I don't know, maybe they survived, maybe they're still going to survive, and maybe not. But there's a lot more businesses, small businesses that's open ever since COVID started. And why do you feel like that is? And what kind of value do you think you would get from that, or what can you tell the person that want to get something started that haven't figured it out?
Okay, so I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. All right, so social media helped our culture, black culture a lot. Be honest with you. I mean, I don't like social media that much, but it helped the culture a lot. It pushed you to be more of an entrepreneur. So when they went through this, putting out PPC loans and everything like that, there was a chance where a person's dreams would come true. They might have a small business and they have the funds, but then they release these checks and they're like, okay, now I can take these funds and turn it into an actual business. And that is what's going on. So they were like, now they're like, can't hardly find nobody to work. No, because everybody's starting to figure out what their work is. So now they is working towards opening their own businesses.
Okay.
Now, the first question you asked me was what advice I got on people that open their businesses. There ain't no right or wrong. Just do it.
Yep.
Do it.
All right, yeah, because I'm big about what I like to call tasting, which means, so if you're not sure what your passion is, just try things and you'll figure it out from there. So, and that's why I call it tasting. So if you're an artist, whether that's in drawing or musically or just any creative, like just try different things, find your passion, and if you find that one thing you love, you stick with it, and don't worry about the money, don't worry about the attention. You just keep putting enough content out there on social media because it's gonna work out for you. A lot of people don't like to play the long game, and that's what this is. And they want it quick. They see people blowing up on social media and TikTok and stuff like that, which works, but they follow trends, and trends don't last so long anyway. So that's why I tell people, like, be careful and don't get so involved with the amount of views you get, what people say. Like, you got to keep your head at level. Like far as personally with me, I don't think too high and think too low. So if somebody tell me that I'm real good at something, I'm like, cool, I appreciate it. Somebody say I'm bad and I suck, cool, I appreciate it. It's the same thing. You guys, anybody, I do a piece of work and I send it out, and then they say, man, this thing look good. I'm like, ugh, I probably could have did better. And that's just my mentality. I don't know why, but I've been like that since I grew up in Savannah. I always had that drive, that passion. But I always try like just things and see what works out. This is totally new part of Cigar Line. I never thought that I'd be in a position to try to own a business, sell my own product, get into the wines. Like it's crazy. It's
It is, but it's something that you like doing. It's
right.
fun. So you don't mind finding out, making the mistakes, and learning from it because it's something that you want to do. So, like I say, if it's something that you want to do, it's something you're passionate about doing, do it. There's not no right or wrong. You're going to mess up, you learn from it, and you keep going.
My advice is fall in love with losing.
Yep.
So once you get to that point, then you're going to win the game every time. And that's what tasting is all about, because you'll figure it out and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes no matter what. I don't care what kind of business you're running, whether it's small business, Fortune 500, whatever it is, like you're going to make mistakes and stuff's going to happen, and you just keep pushing. You can't dwell on it. You got to keep going.
And also, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Also, what I'm smoking now is GK Gold. Actually, what I'm smoking is the Barber Pole, but this is one of the more exclusive ones. It's a black-owned company out of Warner Robins. One of the guys from Warner Robins, one of the guys from Macon, Georgia, and they are starting to get nationally known.
Right.
So, Greg, you hear this?
Shout out to Greg Ellis.
Shout out to Greg. But guess what? Your name is on the podcast. My boy needs to sponsor Greg. Holla.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I got a question for Angie though. So what kind of advice would you give a young female entrepreneur as far as like wanting to get something started? Because in my world, my circle, there's a lot more entrepreneur women I feel than men right now, and a lot of us they're doing a lot of business with the wigs, a lot of people doing like apparel, open up insurance, makeup, insurance companies, stuff like that. So lashes.
You don't need them shit.
Nah.
I just play. Go ahead.
Well,
But what kind of advice would you give like that young girl that's trying to figure it out? She's too busy worrying about the world judging her based on like looks, and they don't want to put themselves out there. What kind of advice would you give a young lady on that?
first of all, I'd say, because I'm a spiritual person, so keep God first in everything you do. Never be intimidated. Like, never be intimidated. And I work in a predominantly male-dominated field, but females have begun to take over. But never be intimidated. Like Eric and Mike both said, step out on faith. Do something that you love. It's nothing like going to something that you love and you have a passion and a desire to do. There's nothing too hard for God. Pray about it. Stay faithful in it. Push hard. Anything that you want to do, you have to work hard at it. Don't put off today what you can do tomorrow what you can do today. I'm sorry. Don't put that off. Try your hardest at whatever you want. If it's nails or hair or lashes. I see a lot of successful young ladies that are doing this amazing makeup, transformations, photography. I got a homegirl who owns a boutique. She's doing amazing things. Got a homegirl that owns XR Sip and Paint and Making. Shout out to Tiara, excuse me. I'm stuttering today. But shout outs to her, follow, right.
That's a real wine, y'all.
Follow your dreams.
That's what happened.
But no, follow your dreams, and stay focused. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. I always say, my dad taught me something a long time ago. He said 10 steps back, 8 steps forward, and keep it going. Keep that tunnel vision, keep that focus, keep that drive, and keep God first.
That's good advice.
What kind of lashes you got on there?
What? See, the one time I wear lashes and we got something to say. I promise.
Hey,
I don't know. Whatever Walmart had.
Hey,
whatever.
Speaking of wine, so another one I plan to as well, as far as Inspyard. So we are planning on coming with our own wine brand. So guys, look out for that. I can't tell you when it's gonna happen, but look out for that. It's gonna be Inspyard. It's gonna be Inspyard. Also, we got a merchandise line that will be out. The website will be ready soon. So guys, if you've been following any of the social medias, which is everywhere, we're on every social media platform that you think of. So it's Inspyard. You will find it. Google it. You can just type in Google Inspyard or hashtag Stay Inspired, and we will pop up. So guys, we appreciate the support thus far and future support as well. So look out for the new merchandise. Look out for the new wine brands we'll come out with. Also, we're going to be doing, we got a lot of stuff planned, so I'm not going to spill all the beans.
We're going to do some pairing parties, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not going to spill all the beans.
We're going to have some fun with this thing.
It's going to be crazy.
For all you young ladies who want to get your old man and your husband and your baby side dude, whatever. Any type of criminal gift, I will have your packages for your cigars, your lighter. Will be available in a week. Cutoff date will be on the 23rd. Don't call me, don't ask for nothing after the 23rd, because I'm going to be sold out.
That's right.
So, get in touch with me. You can find me at Exclusive Cigar Service on Instagram. Inbox me. I'll let you know the information. You can send it out or you can pick it up.
Right.
Like I said, for anybody that's trying to start any type of business or just trying to find something, trying to create a passion, trying to find that passion, like I said, just continue to try different things. Don't stick to one thing. Try different things, and once you find that niche, once you find something that you're really into, no matter what it is, do not worry about judgment. Don't worry about what people have to say. You just do your thing and keep pushing, keep running. Post everything you draw, everything you create. Just keep posting. It's gonna work out. So that's my advice. So don't stop. Keep going. Any young lady, young man. So
that's right.
You can always reach out to us in our inbox.
Right. Hit us up on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Like he said, Inspyard, INSP.
And LinkedIn.
YARD. And LinkedIn.
And YouTube. We on everything.
We on everything. That's right. Follow us.
And if you call or you inbox us on some BS, we will get blocked.
That's true.
I want it all. I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. I'm good for the negative and the positive. Because I can turn the negative
into a positive.
Okay. He like them naked pictures I've seen.
That was funny. We like to have fun.
Good
so,
job,
you
Mike.
know, yeah.
Good job, Mike.
All right, there you go. All right. Y'all funny.
Good job, Mike. Good job.
All right, that's a wrap.
So, guys, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. This is Cigar Stems. Like I said, please follow Mike. Mike, do you have a social media that anybody can follow?
Yeah, you can follow me at Exclusive Cigar Service, or you can follow us at Making Cigar Weekend.
Ooh, before we end, just thought about it. So, guys, Macon had his first cigar weekend back in, what was it?
September, Labor Day.
September. It was a real good turnout. It's the first annual, guys. So we are looking forward for the next one, the second one. That was some heavy planning in a short time span.
We did that thing in 3 whole months, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
It was definitely inspired by, I would say it was inspired by Atlanta Cigar Weekend. That's what I would say, because I've been to a few Atlanta Cigar Weekends. So has Mike. We all been there. Me and Mike had a conversation about how we got to the point that we are today.
First of all, we was on the rooftop of the W Hotel at Atlanta Cigar Weekend. We enjoyed it, they inspired us, and we said one day we're going to do the same thing. And we did it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they go back to what he's saying. If you see something,
Try it.
try it. You want to do it? Do it. And it was for the culture. You know, once again, I want to give a shout out to Atlanta Cigar Weekend, because they inspired, Atlanta Cigar Weekend inspired the Making Cigar Weekend.
Yep.
And not only that, they inspired a lot of other cigar weeks. So we ain't gonna take that from them. It wouldn't be Houston Cigar Week, it wouldn't be Orlando Cigar Week, it wouldn't be none of that without Atlanta Cigar Week. Okay? So I'm just letting you know now, Stokes, we're giving you a prop. It's Stokes or Stokes? What's his name?
Yes,
Stokes?
you're right.
Henry Stokes.
Stokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've been drinking the wine that you drank, Henry. You got it.
Andrew, you got anything to say before we close?
No, feeding off Mike. Like I said, he's the founder. I'm the co-founder of Making Cigar Society, Making Cigar Weekend. Definitely gonna do it again next year. Hopefully it'll be bigger. It'll be better.
Yeah.
Every year is another year for improvement. Inspyard, baby, we coming to Warner Robins real soon. Don't beat us there, meet us there, honey, because we will be in the house. We're gonna have an exclusive location as well. We're not putting it out there where we're gonna be. So please don't hit our inboxes asking us about where our location is. We will put that content and that information out really, really soon. We got some big things coming up. 2022 is on the way, y'all. We got 3.5 more weeks before we're at the new year. Can you believe that? That is so amazing. Shout outs to my homegirl, Miss Trina the doll in the house, and of course the wonderful, the awesome, the amazing, relentless TV owner, Mr. Famous Stokes, my homie. And of course, I gotta give a shout out to my baby, my son, Michael, MJ, as some of y'all know. He's our camera guy. We want to thank him for being here. Mike.
He's also my graphic designer.
That's right.
Okay.
My son does graphic designs, and you need your little web pages and your logos done. You better hit him up. Follow him on Facebook and Instagram. I think he got some TikTok stuff that I got to check out and make sure it's mommy proofed. But follow him, Michael Barlow, Kel Sanity. That's my young man, 15 years old. All right.
All right, guys. Before we close, we're going to cheers and on out. The rule is we're going to cheers. We're going to tip glasses. This is another rule. We can't. You do not tip at the. So we do it at the base. Okay, guys? That's stop the glass break. So cheers. Cheers.
Stay inspired.